on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn.
Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
A gain of 15. And the Ravens.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Stop right there. Everyone go.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
This will be caught by Brown. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll run on first down. Ingram runs over it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the counter, Ingram. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and goal.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll run here with Ingram. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Allen. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Play.
Hey, Delta.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded at the goal line. A beautiful fake. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling in. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 55 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play. And it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Alpha.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Open man here is Foster. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Just like that.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go Mike forward, Mike right.
Throwing now is Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 30.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Brandon Marshall there on the tackle.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On 2nd and inches, Jackson flushed out right. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And they'll have have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Hey, hold on. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. This one complete to Smallwood. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. This one complete to Ingram. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They come out here in the eye. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. To run with Ingram, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll try and run. Ingram. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They go right back to Singletary. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. I got it.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
A throw over the middle taken in. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
48 for Mike. In your face.
Allen now on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And able to find John Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Check 48 to Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
40's the Mike.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Singletary again. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Easy work. This easy work is coming again.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable.
But it brings up
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Jackson down. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Brown. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Kevin Johnson, former first-round pick there defensively. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Jackson now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ed Oliver in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come. And Singletary has it stripped.
Right there. All day, baby.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's it. Big hit.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Keep getting those touchdowns.
Devin Singletary, 38 yards. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Hauschka adds the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shift. Slam. Switch. Go.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
Ready. Henry. Check 41.
Jackson on 1st down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off.
Let's go, fellas.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Jackson from the shotgun. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, baby. Keep it going.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Allen on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
The mic. Check. 48's the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them, because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.